NaTIS.
Lana ke umshushisi ucele ubrigadier ukuthi akafundeke lama transactions ke imbangela yalokho ukuthi ke nanjengoba eshilo ke ukule statement noma kuloko befundiwe ke la ummeli wayekumele ngaleso sikhathi ke ngomlomo wakhe uMr Ramsipili ukuthi phakathi kwaMarch 2013 kanye no2015 wawungekho eGoli Sibiya kodwa ke wawusekhaya noma ke wawuse KZN. Lana ke kulama transactions amanye awo ke nge3 ku-July 2014 isikhathi u15:05:45 nokuthi ke ila wathenga khona ke indawo kuse Miami Vice Tavern elana ke eGoli bese kuthi ngazo i8 ku-July 2014 isikhathi u10:04:47 la wakhipha khona ke imali lokho kwenzeka ku-shop 11A no11B eNaledi Johannesburg SGZA nge-21 September 2014 isikhathi ngo-12:48 la wakhishwa khona ke imali kubhaliwe ke la ukuthi ke ipin kwakungasiyona kodwa indawo ushop 11A no11B eNaledi eFosloras 21 September 2014 isikhathi 12:01:54 khipha imali nalapho kwakhishwa imali khona shop 11A no11B esekhona MC eJohannesburg bese kuthi nge-1 October 2014 17:31:25 la kwakhishwa khona ke imali futhi istolo 11A no11B ekhona MC Johannesburg nge-2 zika October 2014 isikhathi 18:12:13 khipha imali khona ke nalapho shop 11A 11B Naledi eFosloras nge-9 October 2014 14:49:39 okwakwenziwa lapho kwakhishwa imali ekhona Brickfield neBeer eJohannesburg nge-30 October 2014 13:42:32 kwakhishwa imali khona ke Nongoma ATM NGD77 Nongoma KZZA bese kuthi nge-3 11 2014 isikhathi 12:45:06 kwakhishwa imali shop 11A 11B corner MC Johannesburg nge-5 November 2014 18:30:38 kwakhishwa imali kwenzeka 11A 11B eNaledi eFosloras nge-6 November 2014 kwakhishwa imali ekhona Brickfield neBeer eJohannesburg make ekufunda konke lokho uthi ke umshushisi injongo yokuthi ke akwenzeke lokho ingoba ke bekuthiwa ke ngalezi inkathi lezi ke wena ke wawungekho la eGoli kodwa ke wawusekhaya nezinye futhi ke ezifundiwe.
Thank you. I can just get that extract of the record. From the record. If we can then deal with the version that Mr. Mgomezulu proffered on behalf of accused number 1. This we see in the proceedings of the 25th of March 2024 on page 2 thereof, from page 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. If you can start on page 2, lines 3 to 5.
So, my lord, line 3 starts as follows. Mr. Mgomezulu, court pleases. Sir, the question that I am going to ask you, the questions that I'm going to ask you are related to Mr. Sibiya. The one you said he applied. He booked for a learners in Brakpan and for learners in Brakpan and for learners for him in Boksburg. Then the next thing says register, say your name.
Page 3.
Must I move to page 3?
Yes.
Page 3 then reads as follows. under
Line 9, Mr. Mgomezulu.
Yes, line 9, my lord, under Mr. Mgomezulu says, when Sibiya applied for the learner's license, and he says at that time he was staying in KwaZulu-Natal. The address that he was using a previous address where he was residing in Gauteng. What will be your comment on that?
Yes, then the last 2 lines of page 3.
Then the last two lines, my lord, reads as follows. Yeah, the main factor here is that at that time when he applied, he had to travel. My apologies, my lord. Let me read from the beginning. Yeah, the main factor here is that at that time when he applied, he had to travel from KwaZulu-Natal for that pre-booking that he has made for Brakpan that you cannot dispute. Let me rephrase. He made a pre-booking at that time he was residing at Matlabatini in KwaZulu-Natal. But when he came for the testing, he came to Brakpan. That you cannot dispute.
Yes, we can then go over to page 6.
Lana ke ngicela nje ungifundele lana ke Mr. Mgomezulu ke ebuza imibuzo nkathi uSibiya efaka ke isicelo noma enza ke isicelo leso selenasi uyashoka ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi wayehlala KwaZulu-Natal ikheli anike ayelisebenzisa wayesebenzisa ke ikheli la ngaphambilini la ayehlala khona eGoli kukhona ongakusho yini kulokho futhi ke lana okusemqoka ke ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi leso uma enza isicelo kwafanele ukuthi ke asuke eKwaZulu-Natal ngathi ke enza ke leyo booking leyo ayenza eBrakpan lokho angeke ukuphikise angiphinde ngikusho ke lokho wakwenza ke noma wayenza ke leyo booking ngaleso sikhathi leso esahlala emahlabathini KwaZulu-Natal kodwa ke ngenkathi eseza ke esezovivinywa noma esezohlolwa ke esezotestwa weza eBrakpan lokho angeke ukuphikise.
Yes, on page 6 lines 8.
Page 6 line 8, my lord, reads as
And
follows.
further on.
Mr. Mgomezulu, the essence of this question is that you cannot dispute the fact that during the period, at that time, this incident of the death of Senzo Meyiwa, if he says he was in KwaZulu-Natal, that is the essence of what I want to draw your attention to, is that no one can come and rebut or dispute the fact that he was at KwaZulu-Natal except to locate him on the dates of the booking.
Just proceed to the next.
Should I proceed to the next page?
It's fine, yes, page 7.
Page 7, my lord.
Mr. Mgomezulu, if you can start from line 9, my instructions.
Mr. Under Mr. Mgomezulu, my lord, paragraph 9, sentence number 9 says, my instruction is that on the 22, when he came for the first booking, he returned back home. You cannot dispute that after the booking, when he came to Brakpan and Boksburg, after those bookings, he returned home to Matlabatini. You cannot dispute that. Then, my lord, line under Mr. Mgomezulu, the next paragraph under Mr. Mgomezulu.
Yes, that's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, is that fine?
Yes, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, fundeka ngale ndlela ke masiqala la ku page 4. So we went to page 6. So, yeah. page 6 kufundeka ngalendlela ke okusemqoka ke kulombuzo ke engikubuza wona ukuthi ke angeke ukuphikiseke ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi leso noma ngesikhathi ke sesigameko ke sokushona kwakhe uSenzo Meyiwa uma ngabe ethi ke wayekwaZulu Natal yiloko engifuna ukukutshela kona ukuthi ke akekho ongeza lana ke azokuphikisa ke ukuthi wayekwaZulu Natal ngaphandle nje kokuthi noma ke tholeke lawo ma date la ayenze ngawo noma enza ngawo ibooking yakhe futhi ke angitshela kona ke umsola engimele ukuthi ngey22 uma ngabe eza ke ezela ibooking yakhe yoqala wabuyela ekhaya angeke ukuphikise lokho emuva ke kokuthi enze yona ke ibooking noma ke ezile eBrakpan nase Boksburg emuva ke kwawo lawo ma booking lawo wabuyela emahlabathini angeke ukuphikise lokho.
Thank you. Now, in this court, Mr. Matlo from the RTMC, Road Traffic Management Corporation, testified, and he also handed up an exhibit that serves as Exhibit AAA2 before this court. If I can refer to paragraph 4.1.3 of this affidavit. If we can place those highlighted portions on record.
So 4.1.3.
Yes.
So it reads as follows, my lord. On the 17th of July 2014, at 12:33:23 seconds, NaTIS records as shown on page 1 of Annexure MCC-01 indicates that a NaTIS transaction 706 brackets record pre-booking close bracket was performed on the accused ID number 86012159333083. A NaTIS transaction 706 allows the pre-booking of a driving license and learner's license. This means applicants are allowed to phone the relevant call center or driving license stating center, open bracket, DLTC close bracket, and make a telephonic booking. The call center DLTC will initiate the booking, open bracket, no payment will be made, close bracket, and reserve the session.
Lana ke kubufakazi bakhe ke Mr. Matlo oka MC ufundeka ngalendlela athi ke ngey17 kuJuly 2014 isikhathi ngo12:33:23 kunalokho kubizwa ngokuthi ke ama NaTIS records atshengisa ke ku page 1 akheke uannexure MCC01 ukuthi ke kune transaction eyenzeka ke uNaTIS transaction 706 ukuthi ke ubhukeke noma ke ngaphambi kwesikhathi la khona ke kwenziwa ngayo iID number yakhe umsolwa futhi ke iNaTIS transaction leyo e706 evumelayo ukuthi ke kubhukweke ngaphambi kwesikhathi noma ke lokho kubizwa ngokuthi i-pre-booking yayo ke i-license i-driving license kanye futhi ke ne-learners. Lokho kusho ukuthi ke abenza isicelo ke noma labo abafaka isicelo umuntu ke uyavunyelwa ke ukuthi ke ashaye ucingo efonela yona ke i-call center noma ke i-driving license testing center futhi ke enzeke i-booking eyenza ngalo ucingo noma ke ngayo i-phone futhi ke i-call center leyo izothi ibisiyayiqala ke manje leyo booking leyo akulindelekile ukuthi uma umuntu ekwenza lokho kube khona ke akukhokhayo bese kuthi ke leyo session leyo bazoyibeka noma bazoyireserve.
So should I proceed to the next page?
Yes.
So,
This relating to the 17th?
yes. So that will be paragraph 4.1.5, my lord. It says, on the 17th of July 2014 at 12:45:33 seconds, NaTIS records as shown on page 3 of Annexure MCC-01 indicate that a NaTIS transaction 721 open brackets application for learner's license close bracket was performed on the accused ID number H601-012159333083. A NaTIS transaction 721 is used to record an application for a learner's license. The official that initiated and concluded this NaTIS transaction 721 on computer workstation ID number 7319004 at Brakpan DLTC is identified as M.I. Hendrik with NaTIS user number 4010804Z. Then 4.1.6, the said accused made a cash payment of 108 rands for the learner's license application, and he was issued with receipt number 4010045 JK8Y as shown on page 4 of Annexure MCC-01. 4.1.7, a NaTIS transaction 721 can only be performed if the applicant has been authorized to undertake a learner's license test and the applicant is compelled to make the application in person as prescribed in section 17 and regulation 103 of the RNTA as shown on page 5 of Annexure MCC-01.
Lana mase siqhubeka ke kuyena ke upage 5 uthi ke ngazo i17 use uyena ke uMr Mahlow 17 zika July 2014 isikhathi 12:45 nama seconds awu 33 ama record ke noma ke incwadi ke zayo ke iNaTIS lena ziyatshengisa ke kuyena upage 3 ka Annexure MCC-01 ukuthi ke ikhona ke okwenzeka noma lokho kubizwa ngokuthi ke iNaTIS transaction u721 isicelo leso ke so thola ke i-learner's license futhi ke lokho kwenzeka ngayo i-ID number yakhe umsolwa futhi ke ibhaliwe ke nayo lana i-ID number kanye futhi ke i-NaTIS transaction 721 isetshenziselwa ukubhala noma ke ukurekhoda ke isicelo se-learner's license futhi ke umuntu ke owayekwenza ke lokho owumsebenzi futhi ke waqeda futhi noma leyo NaTIS transaction 7201 eyenza ke kwi workstation yakhe eyicomputer number 431900004 eBrakpan DLTC lana ke ubhalwe noma uchazwa nanjengo M.I. Hendrik one NaTIS user number EU4010804Z futhi ke umsolwa ke lona ke okhulunywa ngayo wabhadala ke noma ke wakhokha ke ngo cash u108 rands wayo i-learner's license noma isicelo leso futhi ke wase enikezwa ke i-receipt number noma ke ekhushelwa ke i-receipt number 4010045 JKY K8Y nanjengoba futhi kutshengiswe ke ku page 4 ka Annexure MCC-01 futhi ke uma kwenziwa ke lokho kubizwa ngokuthi i-NaTIS transaction 721 kwenziwa kuphela ke uma ngabe loyo ofake isicelo ke futhi uvumelekile ke ukuthi ke i-learner's license leyo angayenza noma ukuthi ayitestele nokuthi futhi ke kulindelwe ukuthi ke umuntu lowo uma esenze leso sicelo asenze ekhona nanje ngoba ushoke umthetho ku section 17 regulation 103 we NRTA.
So according to Inspector Mahlow, how would the transaction of the 17th of July 2014, how would that transaction have been conducted?
If one reads this, my lord, in my understanding, the applicant will have to present himself personally. In other words, he must be physically present as required by this provision that Inspector Matlo is referring to.
Mangifunda ke lokho okubhaliwe ke lana ke okukhulunywa noma kwakuyinkulumo yakhe uInspector Matlo ukuthi ke umuntu loyo okuyena ofaka ke isicelo kufanele ukuthi abe khona lapho kuleyo ndawo leyo isicelo asenza kuyona.
Yes, you can then proceed to the next paragraph.
So the next paragraph, my lord, paragraph 4.1.8. A NaTIS records as shown on page 6 of Annexure MCC-01 indicate the said accused was authorized to undertake a learner's license test on 2014 July 22, and his test results were recorded as failed at Brakpan DLTC by the examiner for driving license identified as Zulu TPC with NaTIS infrastructure number 49512B6W. Then 4.1.9, on the 22nd of July 2014 at 13:54:09, NaTIS records as shown on page 7 of Annexure MCC-01 indicate that a NaTIS transaction 706 open bracket record pre-booking close bracket was performed on the accused ID number H601215933083. The official that initiated and concluded a NaTIS transaction 706 on computer workstation ID number 431600043 at Brakpan DLTC at Boxbeck, beg your pardon, my lord. At Boxbeck DLTC is identified as BP Melamu with NaTIS user number 4009.
You don't need to read out the user number, yes?
All right, okay, then I'll move to paragraph 4.1.10. The recorded pre-booking of the said accused is related to I'll start again, my lord. The recorded pre-booking of the said accused is related to a learner's license code 3 application as shown on page 8 of Annexure MCC-01. 4.1.11 on the 22nd of July 2014 at 14:07:40, NaTIS records as shown on page 9 of Annexure MCC-01 indicate that in a NaTIS transaction 721 open bracket application for learner's license close bracket was performed on the accused ID number H601215933083. A NaTIS transaction 721 is used to record an application for the learner's license. The official that initiated and concluded this transaction 721 on computer workstation is then mentioned, my lord, but that is at Boxbeck.
Yes.
Mase siqhubeka ke lana ke ku page 6 ku 4.1.8 iyasho ke ukuthi ke incwadi ke noma ke ama record ayo ke iNaTIS ayatshengisa ke ukuthi ku page 6 akhe uAnnexure MCC-01 ukuthi ke umsolwa ke lokhulunywa ngayo ke wagunyaziswa ke ukuthi ke aqhubekeke nokuthi ke enzeke noma ke attestwe ke kuyona i-learner's license ngazo i-22 July 2014 futhi ke imiphumela yakhe ke yabhalwa ke phansi ke nokuthi ke cha akaza noma ke wahluleka noma akazange ayiphaseke leyo test leyo khona eBrakpan DLTC uloyo ke owayemenzisa ke test leyo uZulu bese kuthi ngazo i-22 July 2014 ngo-13:54:09 futhi ke ama records noma incwadi zayo ke iNaTIS ziyatshengisa ke ukuthi ke ku page 7 ka Annexure MCC-01 ukuthi ke kuna transaction khona kwenzeka ke ukona ke iNaTIS u706 ukuthi ke ubhukeke ngaphambi kwesikhathi lokho kwenziwa ke kusetshenziswa yona ke iID yakhe umsolwa iqala ngo86 futhi ke lokho owakwenza ke lokho ku706 ibhaliwe ke iID yakhe khona lapha yana uBP Melamu bese kuyaqhubeka ke futhi ngazo i22 July 2014 ngo14:07:40 incwadi ziyatshengisa ke ukuthi kuyanake upage 9 ka-annexure MCC 01 ukuthi ke kune transaction nalapho eyenzeka ke isicelo ke u721 isicelo sayo i-learners license senziwa ngayo i-ID usetshenziswa yona ke ID number yakhe ke umsolwa nalowo futhi ke owayenza uZ Cewana.
Should I proceed?
Yes.
All right, then the next page, my lord, paragraph 4.1.12. The said accused made a cash payment of 108 rands for learner's license application, and he was issued with receipt number A 00901 269 PT9 as shown on page 10 of Annexure MCC -01. 4.1.13 a NaTIS transaction 721 can only be performed if the applicant has been, I beg your pardon, my lord. A NaTIS transaction 721 can only be performed if the applicant has been authorized to undertake a learner's license test and the applicant is compelled to make an application in person as prescribed in section 17 and regulation 103 of NRTA as shown on page 5 of Annexure MCC-01. Paragraph 4.1.14 a NaTIS records as shown on page 11 of Annexure MCC-01 indicate that the said accused was authorized to undertake a learner's test on 2014 September 15 and his test results were recorded as pass at Boxback DLTC by the name of the examiner, my lord, is mentioned.
Yes.
Then 4.1.15 a NaTIS records as shown on page 12 of Annexure MCC-01 indicate that the said accused was examined in Boxback DLTC by examiner for the driver's license identified as that person is mentioned, my lord. Then in 4.1.16 on the 15th of September 2014 at 13:58:47 seconds, NaTIS records as shown on page 3 of Annexure MCC-01 indicate that a NaTIS transaction 722 open bracket authorization of a learner's license close bracket was initiated and concluded. That it goes to the next page, my lord. Concluded on work station ID number 731-60036 at Boxback DLTC. Then the name of the official is mentioned, my lord.
Thank you.
Mase siqhubeka ke. Okay. Umsolo ke lona ke okhulunywa ngaye ke wase ekhokha ke lapho imali ewu108 rand ekhokhela yona ke i-learner's license noma isicelo leso wase enikezwa ke i-receipt number ewu400901 2901269 PT9 nanjengoba kubonakala ke kuyena ke upage 10 ka-Annexure MCC 01 futhi uma kwenziwa ke leso sicelo leso ke noma ke isicelo leso se-NaTIS i721 senziwa ke uma ngabe nikeziwe ke igunya ke lobo ofaka isicelo sokuthi ke enze ke noma ke attestela yona ke i-learners nokuthi futhi ke yena ke ayizeleke mathupha noma abe khona ke lapho nanjengoba ke usection 17 esho kanjalo futhi ke ama records ayatshengisa ke na ke upage 11 ukuthi ke ummangalelwa noma ke umsola loyo ke wagunyaziswa ke ukuthi ke ngempela ke attestwe ke ngazo i15 zika September 2014 nemiphumela ke iyatshengisa ke ukuthi ke wase ephasa noma wahamba kahle ke khona ke eBoxback DLTC ubhaliwe ke umuntu ke owayemenzisa kona lokho ke futhi ke ama-record ayasho ke ku-page 12 ukuthi ke umsolwa ke lowo ke lokho kwenziwa ke eBoksburg DLTC liyashiwo ke negama ke lalowo owayemenzisa ke i-test leyo.
Thank you.
Then the next page, my lord, 4.1.17. The said accused made a cash payment of 60 rands for issue of learner's license certificate, and he was issued with receipt number 400901226B6JZ as shown on page 4 of Annexure MCC-01. 4.1.18 NaTIS records as shown on page 15 of Annexure MCC-01 indicate all the applicants that were examined by the learner's license test on 2014 September 15, test time from 12:00 to 1300 hours during the
Thank you. That's good enough. Thank you.
Iyasho ke ukuthi ke umsolo wake wase ekhokha ke imali ewu60 rand ngalelo langa lelo ukuthi ke anikezwe ke certificate sakhe ke se-learners futhi wasenikezwa ke ne-receipt number 4009012B6JZ nanjengoba kubonakala ke ku-page 14 futhi ke ayasho ke nama-record noma iy'ncwadi ke ku-page 15 ukuthi ke bonke ke befake izicelo ke noma ke abahlolwa ke ngalelo langa lelo langeyi-15 zika-September 15 September 2014 nesikhathi.
Thank you. Now, in light of the version that has been put on record by Ms. Mngomezulu on behalf of accused number 1, that accused number 1 was residing at Mahlabatini in KwaZulu-Natal when he made a pre-booking, and that on the 22nd of July 2014, as you have read, that my instructions, and this we see on page 7, my instructions is that on the 22nd, when he came to the first booking, he returned back home. And that after the booking, when he came to Brakpan and Boksburg, after those bookings, he returned back home. In other words, the booking of the 22nd and the 22nd of July 2014 and 17 September 2014, that he returned back to Mahlabatini after sitting for the learner's license on those dates. Yes.
Well, my lord, this is not consistent with the bank records. I think the only occasions where the transactor, in terms of the ID, the account that is linked to accused number 1, is out of the province. My recollection is 2 occasions where he is in Wanongoma. The other transaction that I recall is at Lundi. But the rest of the time, for the most period of 2014, the transactions are taking place in Phosphorus and the lesser part in Johannesburg. That's the understanding. For me, it's an indication that the owner of that card, or whoever was transacting in that card, was mostly around Phosphorus and then partly in Johannesburg. There were only 2, as I said, my lord, incidents that I recall, insofar as the bank transactions of Kwanongoma that took place. And then I seem to recall also one that is referring to Ulundi, which is in KZN. But most of the parts, my lord, is Phosphorus. So that cannot,
yes,
it doesn't marry.
Lokho ke uma uthi ke yebo ke la Mr. Mngomezulu uma ke eshokena ke uMr. Mahlo ukuthi ke kulama booking ayiwenzile ke kule aye eBrakpan nase Boksburg emuva kwalokho wase ke umsolo wokuqala ebuyele ekhaya ke noma ebuva ke emahlabathini lokho ke akuhambisani ke nalokho ke uma ubheka ke kuloko besikufundile ngaphambilini la bekusetshenziswa khona ke ikhadi lasebhange. Ngizokhumbula nje ke amahlandla amabili ke la enye ebikhomba kwaNongoma futhi ke kwelinye ihlandla ke kuse Ulundi, kodwa ke ngaphandle kwaloko ikhomba ke eFosleras nalana eGoli, okusho ukuthi ke eJohannesburg ukuthi umuntu wayesebenzisa ke nomnikazi walelo khadi lelo ebese Johannesburg eseFosleras.
You've just referred to the bank statements which have been handed up as Exhibit EE7 from Standard Bank. I just want to show you pages 10 and 11. Are those the transactions that you are referring to?
Yes, indeed, my lord. So the first one, it's 2014 Feb. This is February the 13th, and its withdrawal, it was done at Nongoma Hardware ATM Center. So if one looks at this one, my lord, it took place in February the 13th, which is not one of the two dates where the accused went for the learner's license. So that is the first date. The second date, my lord, it's 2014 April the 17th, and that is the withdrawal also at Ulundi filling station. That is also not in line with the bookings, my lord. Then the other one, my lord, that is relevant for this, it's 2014 June the 10th, which is the withdrawal, and it's Nongoma Hardware ATM, and it also reflects Richards Bay, my lord.
Yes, just place the transactions on record. Yes.
Full transactions.
Yes, all the transactions.
All right. So the first transaction, my lord, it's SBSA. So I suppose it's Standard Bank, South Africa, my lord. Retail banking. So that's the name of the bank. And then the transaction date is 2014 February the 13th. The activities withdrawal. There's amount mentioned, my lord. I'll pass it. And then the channel, or rather the location, it's Nongoma Hardware ATM Center, Richards Bay. That's the first one, my lord. The second one is also from Standard Bank, SBSA, retail banking. Then the date is 2014 April 17. The transaction type is withdrawal. The amount is mentioned, and the location is Total Ulundi Filling Station, AC Ulundi. Then thereafter, just underneath it, my lord, I think I may have passed this. Let me just deal with it. It's also the SBA, the retail is SBSA Retail Banking, that is Standard Bank. The date is 2014-04-19, and then it was a withdrawal, amount being mentioned, and the channel or the location, it's Shell Nongoma ATM Nongoma. Then underneath that is still the Standard Bank SBSA Retailing Bank, date 2014-05-02. It's a withdrawal. Amount mentioned is still Nongoma ATM Center Nongoma. Then the next one is SBSA Retailing Banking 2014 May 13. It's withdrawal. This one now is back to Katlehong, my lord. So he was back in Fostoras. Then if one goes further down, the destination is the SBSA Retailing Bank, meaning the Standard Bank. The date is 2014 June 10. It's withdrawal, and that is where now is in Wanongoma ATM Center, Richards Bay. Then the next transaction is also from the Standard Bank Retailing. The date 2014-06-23. It's a withdrawal, still in Wanongoma. Thereafter, my lord, he is in Katlehong for a number of days. Then the next, then the rest, my lord, is basically Katlehong. Yes, those are the transactions.
Just mention, put all the transactions on record as they appear.
All of them?
Yes.
All right.
The date and the nature of the transaction as well as the place.
All right. Let me start from the top, my lord, so that I can put them in a proper sequence. Destination of institution is SBSA Retailing Bank. Transaction date 2014-01-10. Transaction type is withdrawal. There's amount mentioned, and then the channel name is Lisedi ATM Center Katlehong. The second one is SBSA Retailing Banking. Date 2014-01-12. Transaction type, it was a withdrawal, and the location was Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong. Then the other one is SBSA Retailing Banking. The date is 2014-01-15. Transaction type is withdrawal. Amount mentioned, my lord, and the location is Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong. The other one, it's SBSA Retailing Banking, date 2014-02-05, meaning it's the 5th of February. It was a withdrawal with amount mentioned, and the location is Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong. The other one, it's SBSA, this is now the bank, Retailing Banking, date 2014 of February the 12th. Transaction type was a withdrawal, and the amount being mentioned them a lot, and the location was Naledi Shopping Center in Katlehong. Then the other one, it's SBSA, that is the bank now, Retailing Bank, date 2014-02-13. It's a withdrawal, amount mentioned, and the location was Nongoma Hardware ATM Center, Richards Bay. The next transaction is SBSA Retailing Banking, date 2014 of March 16, the 16. Transaction type was a withdrawal, amount mentioned, my lord, and the location was Naledi Shopping Center, Katlehong. Then the next one, it's SBSA Retail Banking, date 2014 March the 18th. It was a withdrawal, amount mentioned, and the location is Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong. Then the next one is SBSA Retail Banking, date 2014 March 18, again same date. It's a withdrawal, amount mentioned, but it's a different amount than the top one, my lord, and the location is Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong. The next one, still SBSA Retailing Banking, date 2014 April 12. The transaction type is a withdrawal, amount mentioned. The channel or location is Carlton Center, ATM Center, Carlton Center. The next one is SBSA Retailing Banking, dated 2014 April 17. The transaction type is withdrawal, amount mentioned. The location is Total Ulundi Filling Station, AC Ulundi. Then the next one is SBSA, that is the Retailing Banking, dated 2014 April 19. It was a withdrawal, amount mentioned, and the location is Shell Nongoma ATM Center, Nongoma. Then the next one is still SBSA Retailing Banking, date 2014 May 02. It's a withdrawal, amount mentioned as well. The location is Nongoma, ATM Center, Nongoma. Then the next one, my lord, it's the next one is SBSA Retailing Banking, dated 2014 May 14. It was a withdrawal, amount mentioned, and yes, 13 years. Amount mentioned, and the location is Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong.
Just a minute, if I may interrupt you. This is in light of the defense that was proffered by Mr. Ramsipil on behalf of accused number 1. If you can just put that on record again as...
Then Mr. Ramsipile, my lord, that is page 55, Mr. Ramsipile, and on that aspect, he says, in 2013, before he moved back home in March 2013, at all times when he was still residing at the hostel, he was residing at Ebasutini section of the hostel. He did not stay outside, so there was no need for you to go and drop him somewhere, if that is your evidence. And then the next part by Mr. Ramsipile Malot says, yes, he was staying there in 20 up to 2013 March. Then he went home. From there, came back in 2015 according to my instructions.
Thank you. And that is the record of the proceedings, as you've already put on record, on the 11th of September 2023. Just to
Yes.
give background of the information you're placing on record.
Yes, indeed, my lord. That's how I understood it. Should I carry on?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, I just want to, for my understanding or clarification. Nongoma, Ulundi, and Mahlabatini. Is it one place? Like when you say Soweto, a person may come from Naledi, Zimshrope like you, Pimville like me. So when you say Nongoma or Mahlabatini and Ulundi, are these different places or it's just one place?
My lord, my knowledge is different. Let me start with Ulundi and Nongoma. Those are two different places. Ulundi used to be the capital city of the homelands, KwaZulu-Natal. That's a city. Nongoma and Mahlabatini, some people will refer to Nongoma as Mahlabatini. They are close to each other. But Ulundi and Nongoma is not one place, my lord.
Is that so?
Angiqala lana ke nguthi ke uLundi noNongoma kusiyona ke indawo eyodwa kodwa ke uma ukhuluma ngoNongoma ukhuluma nemahlabathini ke abanye abantu besebeyithatha noma beyihlanganisa ke leyo ndawo ngoba ke indawo ke enye esondeleke kwenye ke bese beyenza ke indawo eyodwa.
What is common, my lord, is that they are all in KZN in KwaZulu-Natal.
Kodwa ke okuhlangene zihlangene ngento eyodwa ukuthi zonke le ndawo lezi ke zise KZN KwaZulu-Natal.
You can continue the transactions.
Right, my lord. And then, so the next one is SBSA Retailing Banking. Then the transaction date is 2014, May the 14th. Transaction type withdrawal, amount is mentioned, and the location is Magic Meets ATM Katlehong. Then the next date is SBSA Retailing Banking. Transaction date 2014-05-29. This is 29 of May. Transaction type is withdrawal. The amount is mentioned, my lord. The channel or location is Golden Walk ATM Center, Golden Walk. The next one is SBSA Retail Banking. Transaction date is 2014 May the 30th. The type of transaction was a withdrawal, amount mentioned, and then it says agent bank. Then the next transaction is SBSA Retail Banking, my lord, and the date is 2014 June the 5th. It was a withdrawal with amount mentioned, and the location was Nongoma ATM Nongoma. Then the next one is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014 June 10. Transaction type withdrawal, amount mentioned, and the location it's Nongoma Hardware ATM Center, Richards Bay. Then the next destination is SBSA Retail Banking, 2014 June the 23rd. It was a withdrawal, my lord. Amount also mentioned, and the transaction was at Nongoma ATM Center, Nongoma. The next transaction is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014-06-26, 26th of June. It was a withdrawal, amount mentioned, and the location of the channel was at Naledi Shopping Center, AC in Katlehong.
Yes.
Then the next one is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014 July 05. It was a withdrawal with amount mentioned, and this transaction took place at Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong. The next one is SBSA Retail Banking. That is now the institution, my lord, Standard Bank, and then it's dated 2014 July 07. It was a withdrawal transaction, amount mentioned, and this withdrawal took place at Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong. The other one is still from Standard Bank, SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014 July 10. It was a withdrawal with amount mentioned, and the withdrawal took place at Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong.
Now, Brigadier, in light of the comment or the proposition that was put by Mr. Mgomezulu that accused number 1 was based in Mahlabatini and only came to Brakpan on the 22nd to sit for his learner's license, as well as the 17th of September. Do those transactions accord with that version?
No, they don't, my lord.
Manje ke kulokho ke okushiwo ke uyena ke uMr Mgomezulu ke ukuthi ke weza ke umsolo wake ngalana uma eza ke ngazo i22 kuJuly kanye futhi ne17 kuSeptember ingaba lokho ke kuyahlangana yini nalokho wena ke okufunda lana ukuthi kwakwenzekani ke uma kusetshenziswa ikhadi lakhe ke uthi cha lokho ke akuhlangani.
Yes, we may proceed.
Yes, ma'am. So, okay, now I need to find my footing, my lord, where I was.
So you were on the 10th of July.
10th of July.
2014.
10th. Oh, yes. Thank you for that. Then the next one, my lord, SBSA, that is the institution, retail banking. Date is 2014, July the 13th. It was a withdrawal, amount mentioned, and it happened at Bow Boxback Correct Service AC in Boxback, my lord. The next one, SBSA, that is the retail banking, dated 2014, July 16. It was a withdrawal transaction with amount mentioned, my lord, and the location of this withdrawal was Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong. Then the next one was SBSA retail banking, dated 2014-07-17, withdrawal, amount mentioned, and then it was Magic Meats at ATM Center in Katlehong.
Just a minute. What was that amount that was withdrawn?
It was 200, my lord. On the 17th, 200 was withdrawn.
Yes. And you have just placed the evidence of Mr. Matlo on record about a transaction that was conducted on the 17th of July 2014, namely a pre-booking.
Yes, that's correct, my lord. And I seem to recall the amount was 100 and, if I can just get to it, my lord. I think it was 108 or 103. Yes, the amount that was paid, my lord, was 108 rands, my lord, according to Mr. Matlowi's submission. That is documented in paragraph 4.1.6, my lord.
Ngokubufakazi bakhe ke uMr Matlo ngazo i17 lezo ke i17 zika July 2014 imali eyakhokhwa ku 108 lo mbuzo uvela ke uma efunda lana ke ubrigadier ukuthi ngazo i17 ku July 2014 Magic Meats kwi ATM yakhona ke eKatlehong kunemali eyakhishwa e200.
You've also placed on record that Mr. Matlo's affidavit states that a person has to present himself in person to make a booking.
Indeed, my lord, that's what it says. And he actually refers also to the provision that insists that that is how it must be done.
Yes, thanks.
Kuyiqiniso ngishilo ukuthi ubufakazi bakhe ke uMatlo washo ushilo ke ukuthi ke umuntu kufanele ke abe khona ke lapho futhi washo ukuthi ke kunendawo ke noma ke kunesigaba ke noma kunomthetho ke oshoyo ukuthi kufanele umuntu abe khona lapho.
Now, would that also accord with the version that was proffered on behalf of accused number 1 that he only traveled from Mahlabatini to Brakpan on the 22nd of July 2014?
No, it doesn't, my lord, because if you look at the 17th and you go back to the 16th in terms of what I've read, 13th of July, 10th of July, 7th July, 5 July, my lord, he is in Katlehong. The only time he was in Gwanongoma, it was in June, the 23rd of June. But from the 26th of June, my lord, the activities of his card are picked up in Katlehong, so it doesn't accord with that. All the way going to the 21, 24, 26, the activities of the card, my lord, are in Katlehong, so it doesn't accord with that.
Uma usho kanjalo ke ingaba kuloko okushiwo ke ngummeli noma ke ummeli awakusho ke kuyena ke uMr Matlo ukuthi ke uma eza ngalana ke umsolwa weza ngazo i22 zika July cha akuhambisani ke ngoba uma ubheka ke uqala ke kuzona ke i26 ku July uyakhuphuka ke i24 i21 i19 i17 ikhadi lakhe noma ukusetshenziswa kwekhadi lakhe ke kuseKatlehong kungeyi23 kuJuni kuphela ke 23 kuJuni 2014 la khona ke ikhadi lisetshenziswa kwaNongoma kodwa ke uJuly nje wonke ikhadi ukusebenza kwalo lisebenza eKatlehong.
Yes, you may proceed.
So it doesn't correlate with what was said to me, my lord. Yes.
Okushayisanayo ke naloko okwashiwo kuyena uMr Matlo.
You stop at the 17th of July 2014.
Yes,
You may proceed.
indeed, my lord, yes. And then the next transaction destination institution is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014, July the 19th. It was a withdrawal. The transaction is mentioned. The location is Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong. Then the next, my lord, I can hear myself. I'm being.
My lord.
My lord, the next transaction is SBSA Retail Banking, that is the institution, dated 2014, July the 21st. It was a withdrawal transaction, amount mentioned, and then the channel or the location where this transaction took place is Naledi Shopping Center, AC in Katlehong. Then the next entry is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014, July 24. The type of transaction, it was a withdrawal, amount mentioned, and the location, my lord, was Naledi Shopping Center, Katlehong. Then the last transaction on this page is SBSA Retail Banking, still Standard Bank, and the date of the transaction is 2014, July 26. It was a withdrawal. The transaction type was a withdrawal. Amount is mentioned, my lord, and the location is Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong.
Kule page ke befunda ke you can just finish up.
Yes, I finished.
Just finish up.
All right. Then the next transaction on the next page, my lord, is still the SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014, July 29. It was a withdrawal, amount mentioned. The location is Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong, followed by the SBSA Retailing Bank, dated 2014, August 14th. It was a withdrawal. The amount is mentioned, and the location is Boxer Nongoma ATM Center in Kwanongoma. Then the next transaction is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014, August 22nd. It was a withdrawal, my lord, of the amount. The amount is mentioned. Then the location is Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong. Then the next transaction is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014, August the 25th. It was a withdrawal transaction, amount indicated, location Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong. The next one is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014, August 30. It was a withdrawal type of a transaction, amount indicated, and the location was Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong. The next one, my lord, is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014, August 31. It was a withdrawal, amount mentioned, and then it says Agent Bank. The next one is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014, September 04. It was a withdrawal with amount mentioned, and the location of the transaction was Naledi Shopping Center, AC in Katlehong, followed by the Taylor as SBSA Retailing Bank. The transaction dated 2014-09-10. It was a withdrawal, amount indicated. It's Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong. Then the next one, my lord, is SBSA Retail Banking. Transaction dated 2014 September 12. It was a withdrawal, amount mentioned. The location is Naledi Shopping Center, AC in Katlehong. The next one is SBSA Retail Banking, meaning it's still Standard Bank, dated 2014 September 19. It was a withdrawal, amount mentioned there, my lord, and the location was Carlton Center, ATM Center, Carlton Center. The next one is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014 September 19. It was a withdrawal, amount mentioned, and this was at Lisedi City ATM Center, Katlehong. The next one is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014 September 21. It was a withdrawal, amount mentioned. The location is Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong. The next one, my lord, is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014 September the 25th. It was a withdrawal transaction, and it was done at Naledi Shopping Center, AC in Katlehong. Then, my lord, is followed by SBSA Retail Banking, that is the institution, dated 2014 September the 29th. It was a withdrawal transaction, amount indicated, and the transaction occurred in Randburg ATM Center in Randburg.
Thank you. Just before you proceed, can you just place on record, according to Mr. Matlow, when did the accused number one sit for his learner license in Boksburg?
I just have to follow now because my Mr. Matlow, I just have to check the right paragraph, my lord.
I think it's already on record. It's the 22nd of September,
22nd
2014.
Yeah, my lord, if perhaps I can be referred to a specific paragraph of his statement because it's very voluminous, so it will take me time, I think, to find it.
Can I help you?
Yes. I was looking for the paragraph that relates to when he wrote the test, my lord, in Boksburg.
Before the 22nd, it's been said, of September. The first test was in Brakpan on the 17th.
Yes, that's correct.
So the second one was on the 22nd of September.
Yes,
When
So
he
that's
passed.
yes.
the 15th of September. Sorry.
The 15th.
Yes. Sorry. 15th of September.
Okay.
Yes, so, yes, paragraph 4.1.6, it says on the 15th of September 2014 at 13:58:47, NaTIS records, NaTIS records show, as shown on page 3 of Annexure MCC-1, indicate that a NaTIS transaction authorization of the learners was initiated and concluded, and it refers to the workstation, my lord. So it seems to be 13th of September 2014. 15, yes.
Yes.
15 of September 2014 at 13:58.
ngokwalo bufakaziko kwakungeyi-15 kaSeptember 2014 isikhathi u-13:58 uma-ke ebhala-ke i-learners license yakhe-ke eBoksburg umsola wokuqala wase ephasa futhi.
Now, in light of the proposition by Mr. Mgomezolo that accused number one only traveled on the day that he had to sit for the learner's license to at Boxback, which will be the 15th of September, 2014, what would your comment be, given the transactions that is placed on record, starting from around the 12th of September?
No, that will not be accurate, my lord, because I'll actually even take it further and say the last time one can pick the activities on the card of accused number 1 in KZN were on the 14th of August 2014. Thereafter, from the 22 of August 2014, going down right up to the closest date to the 15th of September is the 12th and the 9th of September 2014. He was in Katlohong, my lord. That is according to the transaction. The activities were taking place in Katlohong. So that proposition that he would have come if he was using that card a day before and went back on the same day does not tally or correlate to what I'm having, my lord. He was in or the transactions were taking place in Nongoma on August the 14th, but as of August the 22nd, 2014, going down right up to the end of this information, which is dated 2014 October the 1st, he is not in KZN, but rather in Katlohong and sometimes in Johannesburg.
Manje ke kuloko okushiwo ke uyena ke ummeli uMr Mngomezulu ke ukuthi ke weza ke ngale nkathi ke wayeza ngazo i22nd ezobhala ke kanye futhi nazo i15 noma ke ngaphambi kwazo i15 lezo uthi cha lokho ke kakhambisani ke noma ke kuyashayisana ke naloko enginako ke phambi kwami ngoba ke uma ngabe ikhadi lisetshenziswa ke okugcina ke la lisetshenziswa khona eKZN kwakungazo i14 zika August 2014 lisetshenziswa khona ke kwaBoxer kwaNongoma emuva kwalokho ke ukusuka ke from nge22 August ukuhla uyofika ke egcineni kwaleli page enginalo kumina ke kuba nge1 zika October 2014 ikhadi ke lisebenza noma lisetshenziswa ke eKatlehong indawo eCarlton Center eRandburg kodwa indawo nje ezahlukene khona la eGoli.
Yes, you can continue with the transactions. You stop on the 20 transactions of the 25th of September 2014.
Right. The next transaction, my lord, will be SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014 September the 29th. It was a withdrawal transaction. The amount is indicated. The location, my lord, of the transaction is Randburg ATM Center in Randburg. The next transaction is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014 September 30th. It was a withdrawal transaction. The amount is mentioned. The location is Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlohong. The next transaction, my lord, is SBSA Retail Banking, dated 2014 October 01. It was a withdrawal transaction. Amount is indicated, and the location was Naledi Shopping Center, AC in Katlohong.
Ibhange ke angeke ngibesaliphinda ngoba ibhange ke elodwa uStandard Bank kodwa nje ama dates ke kanye nokuthi kwenzekani nakuphi nendawo nge10 kuOctober i10 uJanuary 2014 ikola kwakhishwa khona ke imali kushiwo ibhaliwe ukuthi imali neyakhishwa elisedi city ATM eKatlehong bese ukuthi nge12 uJanuary 2014 nalapho kwakhishwa imali khona futhi eNaledi Shopping Center eKatlehong bese kuthi ngazo i15 kuJanuary 2014 kwakhishwa ke imali nakhona ke eNaledi Shopping Center eKatlehong bese kuthi nge5 kuFebruary 2014 kwakhishwa imali nakhona ke ibhaliwe ukuthi imalini eNaledi Shopping Center eKatlehong nge12 kuFebruary 2014 ekakhishwa imali ke eNaledi Shopping Center eKatlehong bese kuthi nge13 kuFebruary 2014 imali yakhishwa ke ibhaliwe ukuthi imalini Nongoma Hardware ATM Center eRichards Bay 16 March 2014 kwakhishwa imali ke eNaledi Shopping Center eKatlehong nge18 kuMarch 2014 kwakhishwa ke imali eNaledi Shopping Center eKatlehong nge18 kuMarch 2014 nalapho kwakhishwa imali khona eNaledi Shopping Center 21 March 2014 kwakhishwa ke imali eNaledi Shopping Center eKatlehong 12 April 2014 kwakhishwa imali eCarlton Center ATM Center eCarlton Center ngeyi-17 zika April 2014 kwakhishwa ke imali total Ulundi filling station Ulundi, bese kuthi khona ke ngeyi-19 ku April 2014 kwakhishwa imali eShell Nongoma ATM Center kuNongoma, ngeyi-2 ku May 2014 kwakhishwa imali kwaNongoma ATM Center eNongoma, bese kuthi ngeyi-13 ku May kwakhishwa ke 2014 kwakhishwa imali ibhaliwe ukuthi imalini Naledi Shopping Center eKatlehong. 14 May 2014 kwakhishwa imali eMagic Meats ATM Center eKatlehong. 29 May 2014 kwakhishwa imali Golden Walk ATM Center eGolden Walk, bese kuthi ngeyi-30 May 2014 kwakhishwa imali kubhalwe ke Agent Bank indawo. 5 June 2014 kwakhishwa ke imali kwabhalwa ke nokuthi kwakuyimalini eNongoma ATM Center kwaNongoma. 10 June 2014 kwakhishwa ke imali eNongoma Hardware ATM Center Richards Bay. 23 June 2014 kwakhishwa ke imali Nongoma ATM Center kwaNongoma. 26 June 2014 kwakhishwa imali eNaledi Shopping Center eKatlehong. 5 July 2014 kwakhishwa imali eNaledi Shopping Center eKatlehong. 7 July 2014 kwakhishwa imali eNaledi Shopping Center eKatlehong. 10 July imali yakhishwa ibhaliwe ukuthi imalini eNaledi Shopping Center eKatlehong. 13 July kwakhishwa ke imali BAW Boxback Correctional Service AC Boxback. 16 July 2014 kwakhishwa imali Naledi Shopping Center eKatlehong. 17 July 2014 kwakhishwa ke imali Magic Meats ATM Center eKatlehong, bese kuthi ngeyi-19 July 2014 kwakhishwa imali Naledi Shopping Center, bese kuthi ngeyi-21 July 2014 kwakhishwa imali Naledi Shopping Center. 24 July 2014 kwakhishwa imali Naledi Shopping Center, bese kuthi ngeyi-26 July 2014 kwakhishwa imali eNaledi Shopping Center. 29 July kwakhishwa ke imali eNaledi Shopping Center. 14 August 2014 kwakhishwa ke imali ibhaliwe ukuthi imalini Boxer Nongoma ATM Center Nongoma. 22 August 2014 kwakhishwa imali Naledi Shopping Center eKatlehong. 25 August 2014 kwakhishwa imali eNaledi Shopping Center eKatlehong. 30 August 2014 imali yakhishwa eNaledi Shopping Center. 31 August 2014 imali yakhishwa indawo okubhalwe Agent Bank. 4 September 2014 kwakhishwa imali eNaledi Shopping Center. 10 September 2014 kwakhishwa imali eNaledi Shopping Center. 12 September 2014 kwakhishwa imali eNaledi Shopping Center. 19 September kwakhishwa ke imali eCarlton Center ATM Center. 19 September 2014 kwakhishwa imali eLisedi City ATM Center. 21 September imali yakhishwa eNaledi Shopping Center. 25 September 2014 kwakhishwa imali eNaledi Shopping Center. 29 September 2014 kwakhishwa imali Randburg ATM Center eRandburg. 30 September 2014 imali yakhishwa ibhaliwe ukuthi imalini eNaledi Shopping Center, bese kuthi ngeyi-1 October 2014 imali yakhishwa eNaledi Shopping Center AC eKatlehong.
Yes, my lord. So, my lord, also want perhaps to put this on record, my lord, that if one looks at the first transaction, because we dealt with the transaction of the 15th of September, the first one, dated 22 July 2014, also the version that he may have come here once, just to write exams, make the booking right and go back, it doesn't accord with the bank records, because if one look at the transactions of July from this, my lord, at no stage was the accused, or rather the transaction, there's no transaction that reflects KZN. In fact, the records for July, my lord, starts on the 5th of July 2014, and all the transactions right up to the 29th of July are nowhere KZN, but it's Johannesburg, it's Katlehong in essence, my lord. So there is no transaction in July, specific, I'm dealing to the first transaction that places the activities of the card of accused number 1 in KZN.
Uma ngabuyela ke emuva ke kunalelanga lana elibhaliwe ke langa 22 zika July 2014 la ummeli ashilo ke khona ke ukuthi ke wafika ke khona la eGoli wabe seyabhala ke ama test akhe wabuyela khona ke kodwa uma sibheka nje uJuly wonke ke lana ke uma sibheka ukusetshenziswa kwalo ikhadi ngawo uJuly siqala ngazo ke i5 zika July sibese siyehla ke akukho la khona ke lithi ngawo uJuly bese sidlulela futhi na kwi-page ke elilandelayo la eligcina khona ke uJuly nge-29 zika July onke la lisetshenziswa khona ke ikhadi itshengisa iGoli iKatlehong akukho la elikhomba khona ke eKZN.
Thank you. Brigadier, I want us to get back to Exhibit Triple E in brackets 5, the annexure to the NetBank statements. We stopped on the 19th of March 2015. If we can also place maybe the rest of the transactions on record up to the 31st of July 2015. But we can do that tomorrow, my Lord. Light of the lateness of the hour, can we then adjourn until tomorrow? It's 15:28.
Okay. Yeah.